Many years ago, before Erin was even born, another group of young Nassyans were preparing for the blooming ritual. The High Elder Elulin was giving all of the young her usual speech. But Errol was not paying attention. He was excited, overly so, for he was convinced he was to become a thorn weaver. But fate had other ideas. Every young dragon had already begun the ritual. Errol scanned, but all the younglings had already cocooned, except for one. And Errol, in a move born from equal desperation and stupidity, pushed the child aside as the roots eclipsed them and the dragon instead. But something was wrong, as evident to all outside, for instead of the green flash, it was a purple hum. Errol would never speak of what happened that day, but the dragon was left forever changed. Ashen burnt skin replaced its scales, and a purple pulse through its veins. Errol stood before the Council of Elders. The lecture he was getting was astounding, but he was paying no mind to it. Something inside of him had broken that day. Even when the elders said he was to be banished, he paid it no mind. Many Nassyans protested he was just a child, but it mattered not, for as far as the elders were concerned, he was Nassyaner no more. Years later, Errol had grown into a young man, wandering aimlessly through the deserts of the northern end of the Neodor Range. Hate grew within him as a poison that spreads and festers. He was thin to the point of being emaciated. His hair had turned a dark black, and his eyes now bathed with a dark violet hue. He was looking for answers. What was happening to him? And his search had found him here, to a long-forgotten temple that even the phantoms do not tread. He moved stone and earth into what resembles more of a cave system than a temple, and it was here that he found the thing that would change his life forever. An altar swept away by time and lost from the access of man, perhaps intentionally. Errol gazed into the strange symbol upon it, but as soon as he placed his hand to it, something changed. A stinging pain was felt in his hand as the symbol's mark was left upon it. Then, before his very eyes, the world vanished. A black void was all he could see. Fear gripped him as he looked left and right, but still nothing greeted him. Until a voice crawled into his mind.
At long last, come, vessel, come and awaken your true power. Nacht.